Hello, everybody. It is Friday, October 15th. Does my voice sound a little better? I think it does. This is your last video from me, and hopefully the last time that you're going to have a sub in a long time. We are all almost better, so I will be there on Monday. If you are struggling with this project, you can always send me a message in Schoology or an email directly to my email. I've been answering those throughout the week to anyone that has asked me questions. I also went through and put a few comments onto some of your projects, especially if yours was submitted, but I saw something on it that I was like, ooh, you missed this. Okay. So if you submitted your project or if you want to check and see, I definitely did not comment on everyone's. I just was trying to give you guys some feedback in each class period. So if you got feedback, you can kind of help your classmates to know what it is that I'm looking for. The point of doing the entire weather forecast project is for you to collaborate a little bit with some people in your class, but also for you to practice using and reading and understanding weather maps. Okay, so by now, I'm really hoping that we have got this. What does a cold front cause? What does a warm front cause? What does low pressure cause? And what does high pressure cause? Okay, so the question for your do now is, according to the map, what type of weather is Texas currently experiencing? I said Texas because I don't know if everybody's geography is good, but hopefully you all know where Texas is. Texas is right here. There's a big fat H on top of Texas. So hopefully we know what symbol that is. Okay? If you don't, think in your mind, is it a front or is it a pressure? Fronts, remember, are drawn like this. If it's a cold front, it has triangles and it is blue. If it's a warm front, it has semicircles and it is red. Occluded fronts are these purple ones. Okay? That's not a front. Okay, so if you are not sure what this is and you're like, I don't know what to do, you should go back to your digital notebook and check the slides that have the weather notes. Okay, I'm pretty sure it's in that middle section. Yeah, okay. So we started talking about weather on slide 11. It talks about high pressure and low pressure on slide 12. Remember the saying, high pressure is happy weather. So that goes with a big letter that goes on the map. Okay. Low pressure is lousy weather. That one goes with a different capital letter that is on the map. It goes with the word low. Okay. And also just a reminder, because this is super important and I want to help you understand. High pressure is dominated by, we've got clear skies, right? So high pressure is dominated by cooler air sinking down, which creates clear skies up above. That's why we got clear skies right here. Okay. Low pressure is that yucky kind of humid, gross feeling that we've had a lot recently. Okay. So that is when sometimes a little bit warmer air is rising up into the air, creating clouds and yuckiness up above. Low pressure, lousy weather has air rising to make clouds. Okay? That knowing what rises and what sinks is going to be important when you take the test. Okay, so that's your do now. What you're going to do today. There is a Google form check-in number 5. It is linked on the top of your Schoology page. I'd show you, but I forgot to put it in there before I started my video. Okay, it is the last check-in, and the question is, what must you do to complete your project today? Those who are totally finished, there are a few of you that already submitted. I want you to double check, though, and make sure that you have included everything that you are supposed to include. Also, from your slide, your day 1 weather map to your day 2 weather map, it shouldn't be random. Like this cold front, if this was your map, this cold front on day 1 should be wherever you put it. But on day 2 or 3, you should still have a cold front that has moved in that general like southwest direction, because that's how you put it on there. That's where you made it to point. So it should move a little bit this way. And once it moves a little bit this way, it's probably going to shift this low pressure a little bit down too, just because the front's coming and it's going to push stuff out of the way. Okay, this warm front, if it was the thing that you had, it should move a little bit to the northwest, right? Yeah, northwest, because that is the direction that the front is facing right here. Okay, so don't just have random fronts on your day 2 or 3 map. It should go with your day 1 map. Okay, for pressures, they don't necessarily have to move a particular direction. We learned that high pressure often will follow a cold front. So if you were forecasting Seattle on this map, you might have high pressure up here on your second map, because that cold front has already passed. Also make sure that your temperatures, this map, this person wasn't done when they created this, so they don't have temperatures on here yet. But like right here near Austin, they should have a temperature for this day 1, probably with a text box near Austin. Okay, and then 2 to 3 days later, that warm front has now moved past. Their temperatures on the second map should be higher, because remember, hot weather will follow the front. The temperatures are warmer behind the front. And for a cold front, the temperatures are colder behind the front. Okay, so make sure that your temperatures and your chance of precipitation match your map. If we have high pressure, that's happy weather. You probably do not have much chance of rain when you have high pressure. If you have low pressure, that's lousy weather. You might have a good chance of precipitation if you are right next to a low pressure on your map. Okay? Like if you have a warm front or a cold front that is gonna hit your city, then that first day, your chance of precipitation is high. Okay? After the front has already passed, then your chance of precipitation, rain, snow, whatever, is lower because the front has already gone through. All right? Please remember that on both maps, check your checklist over here in blue. Make sure that you have temperatures and a chance of precipitation for your 2 cities. And then between your 2 maps, you have to have at least 1 warm front, 1 cold front, a stationary front, a high pressure, and a low pressure. Okay? But also remember that I want to see the progression. If you have a cold front on your first map, you should still have a cold front on your second map, but it should move. Same with your warm front. It should move in the direction that it's going. All right? Also, please don't forget that you have a summary slide that is required, okay? Your summary needs to be minimum of 4 sentences. I believe it's on slide 4. Minimum of 4 sentences. It says it right here. Tell me what the weather was doing in each of your cities, okay? I did see one group that decided to put in slide 1 and a summary about day 1, and then slide 2 and a summary about the second day. That's totally fine. You can do that, okay? But at a minimum, you need to give me a 4-sentence summary. What's the weather doing in city 1 on day 1, city 2 on day 1? What's the weather doing on city 1 on day 2 and city 2 on day 2? So that's why it's 4 sentences. Okay? If you are done, congratulations, great job. I want you to finish this checklist in order. But there's one very important thing I need to point out. Sorry, I had a kid come in and he was crying, so I messed it up. Okay. The one important thing that I really need you to do is make sure that you did the do now from October 12th, Tuesday. It's not over here on upcoming assignments anymore because it's over. So if you did not do the do now from October 12th, this last Tuesday, I need you to go open it from your Unit 3 green assignments folder. Green folder, green folder. Click Do Now, 10:12. Okay? It is a question about a weather map, and you're going to answer it, and then I'm going to grade it, and it's the last grade for the quarter. It's going to be wonderful. Okay? Also, if you never turned in your surface currents worksheet, I really need you to turn that in. Turn it into the trays. I have a friend that's going to go up to the school and pick them up for me. So turn that in. If you have questions about the weather project, email me or send me a Schoology message. I've been checking the last few days. Okay. And if you finish, here are your options. I do not know how comfortable your sub will be with some of you going to the library. Hopefully you're a responsible young person. And if you would like to make a recording of your forecast, they can let you do that either right there in the classroom, out in the hallway, or they can give you a pass up to 4 people at a time to go to the library to record your forecast. You have to show them, though, that you have the rest of your project done before they're going to let you go. Okay, so finish your weather project. Be sure that you did the Do Now from October 12th. Check your grades. If you have a problem with any grade from any class, email your teacher because today is the last day of the 9 weeks. Make sure the Ocean Currents Ed puzzle is completed. Miss Brown and I were talking about maybe making that a grade or substituting it for another grade if you have something missing. Complete the vocabulary matching on slides 22 to 25 in your current Unit 3 digital notebook. And then there are a few ed puzzles that you can do if you still have extra time after that. I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. I'm really looking forward to seeing you on Monday. This has been way too long. But I will definitely be there with a smiling face, and I will be ready to help you if you needed a little help on this. We are going to take a short quiz on Monday. I might just count it as a daily grade. I haven't decided yet. But so be ready, and we'll review before we do that. Okay? Have a great weekend. I will see you Monday.